Dinosaurs.
But yeah, we'll talk about that too. We'll talk about Jurassic World Evolution too. Very unfortunate name.
Yeah.
But yeah, if everyone's here, we could.
Why can't it just be Planet Zoo dinosaur expansion?
No. But yeah, we all here. We all ready. We all Gucci. All right, good. But alright, yes, hello, welcome back to another Lone Colony podcast. Shit, I'm losing them again. Perfect opening, hell yeah. But, yeah, it's, joining me today, it is I, Repot Reptiles, or as people may call me in the podcast, Rahul. Joining us again is local degenerate, David, aka Radioactive Octopus or Mecha Titanosaur.
Present.
Coming back from the Figure podcast, we have Carlos,
aka Ultratron563.
Let me just there we go. And joining us for the first time on the podcast, but not the first time on this channel, a good old friend of mine. I don't know, is 2 years old.
Well, I'm at an advanced talking stage from 2 years.
I was about to say, that was a poor choice of wording, Rahul. What will history think of your actions?
Shit. I mean, I know I'm already condemned to hell, alright? I've accepted it. But yes, joining us for the first time on the podcast, but not the first time on this channel, you may know him as the guy who betrayed Aaron in that One Isle video, MP King, aka Miles.
Hi.
Gentlemen, it has been almost a year since me and David done our first Jurassic World podcast. Actually, when I was thinking of doing this retrospective, I was thinking, you know what would be good? Let's do this a year after. The bad thing is, when I realized this idea and checked the date, the anniversary of that podcast was the day before. On the 5th.
Nice.
And
What,
now
like yesterday?
Yes.
I'm
And
sorry.
We're recording this on the 12th. So you know. Better late than never, right?
Very timely.
Yeah.
It's going to be even more timely when this actually gets uploaded.
Are you challenging me?
Yes.
Perhaps.
Alright, but yes, today we are doing yet another podcast on Jurassic World Evolution. It's been a year since me and David did that podcast, and in that year, a lot has changed in the game. For one, there's a lot of conceptions that we had for the Claire Deering DLC, which is where we left that podcast off. We were talking about everything from the deluxe edition to the game to the Carnivore Pack DLC. But before we get into the newer stuff, mainly Claire Deering DLC and after, how about Carlos and Miles, you guys give us a brief recap and your own opinions of the game from its initial release to the Claire Deering DLC, and please just leave it under a minute. I'm not asking for a life sentence or something.
My oath.
Yes. It's a brief summary of your thoughts on the game between its initial release and the Claire Deering DLC, pretty much.
Okay.
Well, the funny thing for me is that I actually waited a while to buy the game. I didn't buy it on the first day it came out. Actually, I didn't buy it until the time, ironically, by the time the Claire Sanctuary DLC came out. So I was able to buy the whole game with all those DLCs. I think it was $70 off Steam.
Alright, and how was it?
It was fun. And I love the game. To be honest, It's definitely, with games like these, like after a while, they do definitely get a little bit on the boring side because it's like, okay, I've kind of experienced as much as I can. Like most of the time, I just kind of make parks and just look at my dinosaurs, just
Yeah.
admire their gracefulness. That's about it. But honestly, mods have the great and mighty modding community has rejuvenated my investment in the game incredibly.
Right. What about you, Miles?
So I got it at launch. I pre-ordered it. When it first came out, I absolutely loved it. It was a lot of fun. Reminded me of like kind of a watered down version of Zoo Tycoon 2. I'm going to be making a lot of references to that.
Right.
That's my favorite park game. Haven't played.
Same, dude. Zoo Tycoon
It's a
2 is
good game.
It's great. I love it. The modding community for that game is amazing.
Yeah. But anyway, so I thought it was just kind of like a watered down version of that, but still really cool. It's all dinosaurs, graphics look great, and the Dr. Woos DLC dropped, and I thought that was really cool. We're going to get more hybrids. Really wanted Ultimasaurus to show up. It's never going to happen.
No, man.
Well, I mean, it can happen now with mods.
And it has happened.
It has happened.
Yeah, it has.
I don't know how to get the mods.
So has George.
Oh no.
George the
Curious
human
George?
goat. No, the
Oh.
human goat.
But yeah. Anyway, so really fun game, really liked it. Get stale quick. If you know what I mean. Like after you finish that campaign and you challenge yourself with a bunch of like weird park ideas, there's nothing more to do other than like looking at a fishbowl.
Yeah.
I can't just pick guests up and throw them into the cage.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
I mean, you could make them panic to run into said cage, just leave the gates open.
It's kind of the nature of, I mean, my only other experience with park simulators was JPOG, right? And I feel like I could play JPOG for hours as a kid, like back then. I think now, like if I played JPOG these days, probably get bored of it pretty quick.
Yeah, I could see that.
But I mean, me and you have given our. So I guess let's just talk about like the Claire Deering DLC itself now.
Yeah. So shit. In terms of the Claire Deering DLC, our speculations were wild back in the day during our podcast, but sadly, when it came out, I don't think it like fulfilled most of the quote unquote promises that it kind of sold on.
See, I hardly remember what those promises were. I know I was excited for the plant system because I thought, oh, we're gonna get feeders. Some give logs, some give moss, but it was just like the static, brighter, or like a more flowery version of a regular feeder.
Yeah, what I was expecting was
Hello?
Rip. Yeah. Hello?
No, if I do that, I'm just like I saw my thing breaking up, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what I was expecting was if you had more of one plant, then the feeder would show that specific plant. But instead, it's like what you said. It's like the same, prettier, existing feeder that's already in the game. What do you guys think of the story mission, though?
It's alright, I guess.
Fine.
I don't know. Claire's my least favorite character in like the entirety of the Jurassic World franchise, at least.
I don't know. I think they're all equally uninteresting.
Chris Pratt has Chris Pratt going for him.
I actually think Claire is the most interesting character
Really?
in the new movies, honestly, because she has like a very defined character arc that goes to like somewhat interesting places. But yeah,
I guess in that like Chris Pratt doesn't change between movies,
no, he's the same.
like
Which is
no
fine. There's
one
nothing
else
wrong with that.
and like
but-
no one else returns from the first Jurassic World in the second.
Man,
Um,
yeah, it's a little bit.
Well, that's another story. We're talking about the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, personally, when I first heard of the leaks, I was honestly thinking, how are they going to do it? Because rescuing dinosaurs from Isla Nublar, we've truly never seen something like that. But of course, they pulled it off. But I guess one of the things I was pretty disappointed about was just the gameplay style. I was hoping for something like
Be a
what
bit
me
more
and
different.
yeah, something different. Like what me and David were talking about in the previous podcast is that we speculated that the Claire Deering DLC would actually give us something in the forms of a Site B island in JPOG, where you could just literally make dinosaurs and then set them free and just let them do their own things. But that's not the case here. We had to essentially make another park.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's one thing that, because it wasn't just part of the main campaign, right?
Yeah,
It was
it
its
was
own separate instance, and I didn't really like that because I remember like going, "Oh man, I had to like power through the campaign," because at the time I hadn't really completed it
yeah.
to get ready, and then like that didn't really matter.
To
Yeah,
be fair, I'm trying to remember when did they add in the sandbox setting changes? Because now you can basically make
actually,
like
I think
that
that's
update
after.
was part of the DLC.
Was
Like
it?
every time a new major DLC comes out, they usually put out new features in
Yeah,
the
there's
game
usually
for
not.
free in an update. Like
because that basically allowed people to make a site be on any of the islands because other dinosaurs could function without like all the partnership.
yeah. um, Actually, yeah, we completely forgot about the train tools, but we'll get to that soon.
I love those things.
Yeah. Um, like uh, like you were saying, Miles, I think because this DLC doesn't really present anything new, it's essentially the same animal that it would have been better if it were part of the main campaign. And that's another thing I hate, with the Return to Jurassic Park DLC and the Claire Deering DLC. You can't unlock skins or animals from those DLCs unless you finish those campaigns, and it makes the main campaign just feel a lot more segmented. Like you get to an island, it shows you the requirements to unlock Albertosaurus or Oranosaurus, but then it says, "Oh, you need to finish this completely different campaign before you can unlock these." And personally, I don't like that. I don't like stopping what I'm doing and then doing starting something new and then going back to what I was doing. It's just uh, it just breaks the immersion for me, honestly.
Yeah.
I understand why Return to Jurassic Park is treated
Yeah.
separately.
That makes more
like a different
sense.
era.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
Claire Deering definitely should have just been like
yeah.
just an additional mission to the main campaign.
And personally, I think that if it was part of the main campaign, it would have complemented the two a lot more. Because the Claire Deering DLC is more of the same thing. The only thing that's writing on it is the fact that you have to save the dinosaurs. And the main campaign is cookie cutter as usual, with the exception of the Doctor Wu DLC if you have it. So just adding those like little splinters in the road would just be great. You're just
A
doing
great distraction
yeah, yeah,
from the base campaign loop.
yeah.
Build this
just-
dinosaur, release it.
Yeah, just like the Doctor Wu DLC.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of weird in that like the way the DLC is written, it's like Jurassic World base game is it's an alternate universe, and
Yeah.
then the Claire DLC is another alternate universe.
It is. I didn't.
Yeah, because
Realize
that.
because in the base game, you make a park on Isla Nublar. And it's a sandbox, but still like Jeff Goldblum talks. There's dialogue as you go through it.
Actually, no, you don't make a park in Isla Nublar in the main campaign at all. Actually,
No, you don't. Yeah, you're
Yeah, you
right.
do. In
No,
the
you
campaign, we
don't.
go to
no,
Oh.
it's only the 5 deaths, which is Isla Mutra, Isla Pena, Isla Sorna, and what were the other 2, Carlos?
Matanceros? Did you say Matanceros?
No, I didn't say Matanceros. Isla Nublar is just a sandbox, which you
Yeah,
unlock
but-
after you do all the islands.
No, you unlock it after 4-starring the first Matanceros.
Yeah, you get it
Yeah,
pretty
but
early.
it's
on.
still not
Also-
part of the
also-
campaign.
Yeah, you're not
No.
supposed to go there. Like you
I
don't
was-
have to go there to
What
like.
I was saying, like, I still consider it mostly because, like I said, when you go there, it has like a same kind of, the intro with Jeff Goldblum, like, talks and stuff. Is like you need to revive like use the new the original, and then if you 5-star it, it gives you like the you 5-star this, and they give you more dialogue and stuff for 5-star. Like you brought back Jurassic World, like the real Jurassic World, da 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 da. Right?
But I still don't. No, it's still not part of the campaign though. I think that's just an infograph whenever you achieve something.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah,
It's actually like no. Like it's actually like unique dialogue for Nublar when you 5-star it.
But does that really?
I know because I 5-starred it.
But
Yeah, I don't think that makes it.
yeah, I was just saying, does that?
Because does it have like missions on it,
No.
like with security, science, and entertainment
No.
guy?
If you
I don't
turn it on, there's no
Oh, yeah,
story
because it's
missions there,
sandbox.
to be fair. Like to be fair, there's no story missions on it in the same way there are the others.
Like personally,
Yeah.
like honestly, this like I've been to Nublar before. It is just a sandbox island. It wouldn't have hurt if they just implemented the Claire Deering DLC to the main campaign. Honestly, if anything, I think it just benefited from that more. But yeah, I think like despite what you said, David, I still don't think that means it's part of the campaign though. Like yes, there's unique dialogue, but it's kind of like a congratulatory pat on the back. You could argue that in Site B, in JPOG, or the missions, but yeah, that's my 2 cents on it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. I mean, this is like the most arbitrary fucking point to be made.
Yeah.
breaks my immersion as an omnipotent employee who's been handed billions of dollars.
I mean,
You know what's
hey,
funny?
it's paying off.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My immersion is more broken. When the game starts to lag because there's too many humans in the park.
Yeah,
Too
I
many
don't know.
numbers
I
on the
think
grid.
that's a bit more immersion breaking.
that's what happens when you buy an Xbox One, my dude.
Don't you have the same problems?
No,
No, not
Oh no,
really.
sorry. Oh no, you lag when the park's normal. My bad. I've seen that gameplay.
Not that bad.
Oh, it's my mistake.
I mean, hey, I ain't complaining about it. But yeah, it's some of the positives for the Claire Daring DLC. Terrain tools.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite part. I use
Yeah.
those all the time.
Granted, it is a free DLC, but
Well, it's like a free update thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really
sorry, free
count
update.
it as a DLC.
It does bring a lot more creativity to what you could bring to your parks now, which I'm
Oh
really
yeah,
glad.
I use
Yeah.
the tree tool especially a lot.
Yeah, my only
The
problem.
redwoods. Oh my god.
My only problem with it is
Was that later? No, that was later.
Yeah, redwoods
Was the
came
tree
with
tool later?
no redwoods. No, like he's talking about the redwood trees. They come in the Return to Jurassic Park DLC.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but basically, if there's only one complaint I have. It's always annoying when you're trying to place down a building, but then there's like that one rogue special tree.
Yeah.
Um, it would have been just fine if those just got demolished with the when the building is placed down. Honestly,
I will say, I also wish that you could place those tree types in mass, like with the regular trees.
yeah,
Because it's like example, if you make a redwood forest, it's kind of hard to make it feel like a
You
proper
have to
forest.
hand plant it.
yeah,
And like, and you could only have so much distance like between the trees and stuff. Also, if you try to mix them with the bundle trees, it doesn't work because these are like swamp trees, those vines growing and shit. It doesn't really match a temperate forest vibe.
yeah.
Also, I think my biggest peeve with the system is that some maps you can't use the sand and shale tool.
Actually, they
Yeah,
yeah. Back in the
but
day,
at the
that was-
time of release, you couldn't change.
yeah, but they soon
The shale,
removed that with
the shale tool, the shale tool is still inaccessible on some maps.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, I was playing it the other day in just like a sandbox, and on the map I was on, I couldn't use the shale tool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, it's train editing was really good. I know that they updated it recently so that you could use sand in all the islands. I'm not sure about shale anymore though.
No, not shale. Shale's still only on certain islands.
Shale's forbidden.
Rip. Poor shale. But yeah, it's another positive from the Clear Daring DLC. Actually, the dinosaurs in it were kind of plain.
I didn't care for the dinosaur selection. If I'm being honest.
I was happy to see Albertosaurus make its way in.
Yeah. It had fairly good skin. Same thing with the Rhinoceros. Eupocephalus was definitely probably one of the more vibrant of the Ankylosaurs, as I predicted, but none of them really bring anything new to the game, honestly.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's like some of them have little, like the Albertosaur had bits of new animation, but none of them were like the Iguanodon, the Indoraptor.
Yeah, they weren't
So-
like, oh shit, this can do stuff.
Yeah. It's, which is kind of disappointing.
I know we were excited. I think people were excited at the time, mostly because Tyrannosaurus, Albertosaurus, two more J-Pog dinosaurs making the jump.
Yeah, I know I was definitely excited.
I'll get
Well,
excited when Oviraptor comes out for real.
Don't worry, we'll get to that, but yeah, it's, but yeah, it's like yeah, the animals were pretty basic. I think probably the more memorable animal is just going to be Tyrannosaurus because it's one of the more unique looking dinosaurs, honestly.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I remember saying I do like how it has a bison hump instead of a Spinosaurus sail, like in J-Pog.
I don't know the science on that, but like, it's
Yeah,
just,
I know, but
so
like,
who cares?
like no,
The raptors are fucking huge in their Velociraptor. Are we allowed to swear?
yeah.
Okay.
Family program.
We don't give a shit. Swear as much as you want, my guy.
I did it, and then it was like immediately like, wait, I don't know where this is going.
Speaking of, I mean, like, oh, they'll be out of Velociraptor size. It's funny because, oh, no, they're actually based on Deinonychus, but they're twice the size of Deinonychus.
Yeah, Deinonychus was like around what, 3 feet tall?
Yeah, like there's a Deinonychus skeleton at the Royal Ontario Museum, and
Yeah.
it's so small.
But yeah, it's like
I always thought they were based on
Like the
Utah.
skeletal shape of the
They
skull.
found, apparently Utahraptor was discovered while they were filming.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
yeah.
And there was even a joke
and
that
even
I think
then,
Sam Winston or
even
someone
then
who's
they're
working
too
on the movie
big.
was like, we made it and then they discovered it.
Yeah.
Even then, I think they're still bigger than Utah's were. Or
Actually, no,
Dakota.
Utah raptors are bigger. They're like 7 feet
Utah-
tall from the head.
I'll look that up.
But yeah, So yeah, Clear During DLC. It's alright. It brings some. Oh, there's one thing I actually appreciate, and that's the gates within the fences for.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
so like gyrospheres or the truck rides, and in later DLCs that will be implemented too. Uh, like I hated back then how I can't have like a tour go through every single exhibit that's interconnected with each other. Because
Yeah.
sometimes what I do is just make a giant ass herbivore enclosure and then divided that up in sections and have certain herbivores living with other herbivores. But I can never have like the gyrosphere go through like the same path. I can't have them go through the entire enclosure. But the implementation of gates is so good because now you can experiment a little more with the enclosures you want to do.
Were those part? Was that part of the free update, or was that
Yeah,
only available if you got
Yeah.
the clear?
yeah. No, I think it was part of the update.
Okay, because that was something I felt was definitely missing at launch.
Yeah, yeah,
So it made sense to me that you'd want to have
yeah.
an actual tour group.
There was a time where I was thinking, maybe I could like pseudo this and put a gate in, like bottleneck the dinosaurs. But
Yeah,
even then, you can't have the gyrosphere go through that kind of gate. But
unless you drive it.
yeah, but I am super glad that that was implemented, honestly. And you know what? Maybe the clear during DLC isn't all too bad because with it
Well,
came with.
so far all of our highlights are from the free update that came with it.
I was about to mention.
That's what I was about to say.
True.
Is like it's not the best DLC, but it gave us one good update.
I mean, it's actually. I'd argue it's probably the worst. The worst
Yeah.
paid.
The worst,
Other-
like, story-ish one that's not just a
Yeah.
pack
Yeah.
of dinos. Granted, some of the dinosaur packs just straight up are better. They offer more, if you ask me.
The
Yeah,
Iguanodon.
Yeah.
yeah. Personally, I think this DLC would. I think I would have forgiven it a little more if it was just part of the main campaign rather than being its own separate thing. And also that way, you implement Isla Nublar into the main campaign in a way.
Yeah. Instead
I'll
of
be
just
all-
being a
yeah.
sandbox.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I don't. I'll be honest. I was really quite that. I don't really care, and I don't really see the problem. It's like,
With
oh
not
no,
story
people.
thing.
Yeah, because like, first of all, it's not like oh man, such an engaging narrative. It just needs to continue.
Yeah, see, that's the problem, though. It's like the main campaign is barren as it is, and the Claire Deering DLC doesn't really bring anything new, so why make it its own campaign when you could just throw it into the main campaign?
I guess, but it's see, it's like it's a problem in that it's a bland story, right? But I'm not. But if it's like okay, imagine they did. Would I be praising them? Oh yeah, you added a bland story onto the bland story.
No,
Like,
I guess.
good job.
That's a fair point.
And also, it's kind of like another complaint I have where with these external story DLCs where you could only unlock content in the main storyline from those DLCs if you finish those DLCs first,
Okay,
and
all
that
right.
kind of
No,
breaks the
that
immersion for
see
me.
immersion. Okay, I don't know about immersion mechanics wise. I see how like that could be annoying. That could be annoying.
Well, it is annoying.
Yeah. You want to have the JP1 Raptor skins? Oh, you need to finish this mission in the Jurassic Park campaign. Okay, I guess I need to stop this and then start that. And so,
I think there's something to be said about like well, I guess you're paying for it, but you still have to like
yeah.
unlock
I
it.
like having to unlock stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like it's just
It
it's a minor.
It also gives a.
inconvenience.
To be fair, I think it gives a mechanical reason to doing these story missions. Like there's like you're actually trying to earn something now rather than just experience. So I think also like what at least for me these took me an hour or two to complete these. Well, maybe
They
the
weren't very
Jurassic
hard.
Park. Yeah, when I say like in terms of just your playing, it's like they're not long or difficult even.
Well, that sums up pretty much all the missions in the game.
Something that's not
Yeah.
fucking challengeable.
Yeah.
Oh my lordy lord.
We don't do that here, not yet.
Yeah, that's another thing. So I mean, it's so weird because like I mean maybe there's people out there who really fussed up that declared DLC isn't part of the campaign. I mean, whatever. I mean, it's there. Granted, I was in a position where all my data didn't get deleted, so I had finished everything leading up to declare DLC.
Yeah.
So I guess it didn't bother me. It's like I log in, you know, the DLC's out, bought it. I went to the main menu, clear DLC. There we go.
I mean, you could argue the same thing with Doctor Wu, though.
Didn't you have to beat a chunk?
That's in the story. That's
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's in the thing. But I mean, well, for me, once again, it was the same thing. Just instead of going to the main, being on the main menu, going to the game, Doctor Wu stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I'm
guess
just trying to understand because I'm like, is this something is this a bigger problem? Like, is this something I'm missing?
No. It's just I just wanted to be a little more cohesive, and because
Okay.
I've already said it already. It was I just feel like we spend a little too much time. We're almost at like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah,
There's
alright.
a lot to say about Claire one, I
Yeah.
guess. I didn't think
Alright,
there
clear
would be.
DLC. Alright. I think it should have been part of the main campaign because it's bland. Alright, moving on. Alright, next up, it's actually a free update. And it was something that I think a lot of people got caught off guard, especially if you didn't know about the film Battle of Big Rock was coming. But
Yeah.
the Nazutoceratops update just came out of the
Neat.
blue one day. Now, this is pretty much like in the same vein as the Fallen Kingdom pack, where it's just a free dinosaur. It comes with 4 skins. And does it have any unique animations?
No, it doesn't.
No. It's just
Yeah.
a trike.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. It's probably like like I like the dinosaur.
Aesthetically, it's one of my favorite dinosaurs.
You know what's
It's my
funny? You know what's
favorite,
funny?
like,
You know what's
Ceratops
funny?
skin.
I think it looks great in the short film. It looks like shit in Evolution. Has a big ass head and
I love.
it's so thin. It's so thin. Like its legs are weirdly like it's very vertical. It's like thin legs. They're too skinny.
He's a thin boy.
It doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah.
Also,
I
I think-
wanted the
but-
blue paint job from the short film.
Yeah.
I also would have liked. I get why it wasn't implemented, but like a skin for the Allosaur.
Yeah.
remodel.
Yeah.
That's
Actually, you know what, Carlos? You know what they could have done? They could have done what they did with the Jurassic Park DLC, where they
Exactly.
where they give us a new skin, but you apply it and it changes the model.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I guess the reason why I'm saying that because at the time when I came up with that like stance on why we wouldn't get it, is the Jurassic
Because
Park
we,
DLC.
yeah, because
hadn't
we didn't
been
have that
released.
yet. We didn't know they can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. During.
I mean, I always assumed they could, but I figured they wouldn't.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm still waiting for someone to make like a really good mod based off that Battle of Big Rock Allosaurus.
Yes,
It
there
doesn't have one yet.
No, there is one, but
There's several, but they're good. They're fine, but like it's never like a full on like complete remodel. It's very slight.
yeah, it's not like completely accurate. But yeah, it would have been nice if the Nazutoceratops came with like a remodel for the Allosaur. And you know what? Maybe it'd be fine if they completely remodeled the Allosaur to begin with.
Yeah,
I know
because we
that.
don't see the adult in the movies until that short.
Yeah, like I know that every now and then Frontier will do like silent updates. One good example is the Coastal Indominus Rex. The first version of it was really good. It's like a nice pure black with a white underbelly. But then they changed it to like a darker coastal version, which looks like Shit.
pattern.
Yeah.
I still like it. I like the eyes more because I wasn't that crazy about the pure black eyes of the original.
Yeah.
But I do prefer like the skin to be all black than to see the pattern. But
Yeah.
most likely, I don't even notice the patterning. So
See, I'm still mad that they didn't fix its damn tongue problem.
It's what?
Oh, if you look at its underjaw while it's roaring, sometimes its tongue goes through its lower jaw.
Oh, I did not know
Yeah.
that.
Rip.
It bugs me to no end.
Yeah. But yeah, Ceratops. I'm glad that they just implemented it as a free DLC. Yeah.
and honestly, if they did the remodel for the Allosaurus, that probably would have made it like a proper like purchase DLC than a free one.
Oh no. Well, they could have just. Yeah, well, they could have just done. I think did somebody already mention like Return Jurassic Park change skin to change the model? So
Yeah,
they
yeah,
could've just done-
yeah. We mentioned that,
Yeah.
but like even that probably would have, in their minds, probably would have warranted to make it purchasable DLC rather than
Yeah.
a free one.
Hopefully there'll be like a free update where we could do that with the Allosaur.
We need
That'd
it.
be nice.
Yeah.
Maybe like, well, who knows when we would even like. Do we know any news of the game?
The game has been silent for the past couple of months, honestly.
I think
There
they're
are
done.
there are rumors that there's going to be like one more DLC. I've heard.
Yeah, there's probably going to be another DLC with Dominion's release, most likely.
Unless they announce a sequel.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess that's everything we have to say about Ceratops, right?
Pretty
Mhm.
much. It was a small update. It was an appreciated update because it was free, like free content, which is always nice.
Yeah.
I love the Alpine skin.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It's good.
Now, one thing I'm kind of hoping is that they make a proper, like, in-canon universe, Stegoceratops. Because if you've seen the original Jurassic World concepts, you see that they actually have a Stegoceratops concept in there. But instead of Triceratops and Stegosaur, it's Stegosaur and Zooceratops.
Mhm.
Yeah, one day.
Perhaps.
Stegoceratops.
Mhm.
It would be cool.
Yeah. So, next up we have the Herbivore pack. Now, this one was this one was pretty much a no-brainer, especially with the Carnivore pack that released earlier. A lot of us were expecting it. There was one dinosaur in the pack that I think all of us pretty much predicted to come out because it's kind of like the perfect candidate for it. But yeah, the Herbivore pack was just another dinosaur pack similar to the Cretaceous dinosaur pack and the Carnivore dinosaur pack, which it only implements 3 new animals. This time, all of them herbivores.
As the name suggests.
As you'd hope.
Yeah. But basically, you have Nigersaurus, Homalocephale, and Dryosaurus.
Yeah.
All three pretty solid dinosaurs.
Pretty
Yeah.
good dinosaurs. And that they all have like fun death animations, especially the whole
Yeah.
Oh god, the poor Homalocephale. Like Dryosaurs, I'm glad that it was finally implemented into the game, mainly because, for one, we don't have an animal like it. It's another J-Pod classic that was finally implemented.
It's nice seeing another Jurassic dinosaur.
Yeah.
Now I think about it, it's a shame that Herrerasaur was the only Triassic dinosaur we ever got.
Coelophysis.
Oh yeah.
One day.
From fucking animations.
But yeah, it's like complete curveball. Fucking Homalocephalus was implemented. When I was reading the patch notes for the DLC and I saw the name, I fucking screamed. I'm not even exaggerating. If you even ask my roommates, they're like, yeah, he freaked out one day. I don't know why though.
Nice.
Yeah, because I was so certain that of all the J-Pog dinosaurs, Homalocephale would probably be the only animal not implemented. But here it is in the fucking herbivore pack,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it. It's
It's actually
beautiful.
one of my favorite animals to like field.
Yeah, and it's so cute too. It's like it's
That's
so
why.
small. Yeah, it's super small, and when it has to eat in the feeder, it has to like jump onto the little platform and it's. I'm so glad it was implemented in the game. Honestly, I'm so grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been kind of cool if they released like a proper sized Velociraptor, and it has a fight animation with that.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
That would have been
actually,
nice.
yeah, one.
Well, I will say, because it's weird. Because even though I don't think it's 100% true, I believe that the dinosaurs in Jurassic World Evolution are supposed to be quote unquote the canon looks. However,
I think
there
they
are
were
a lot of
trying.
other like raptors in Mongol, like smaller raptors they could honestly implement and you'll get the same effect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Though granted, it could try and pick a fight with Troodon. The only problem is that fight animations between the two have not been implemented.
Yeah, because it just kills it, right?
Yeah.
Troodon just kills it.
Yeah, they could easily do like a Jurassic Park Dromaeosaurus and just have that be the smaller raptor.
Yeah. They could have. Also, by chance have you guys seen like the controversy behind Nigersaurus?
What controversy?
Alright, not so much a controversy, but
Is it meme of the name?
yeah.
That's not really a controversy. That's
the
just
name of
Yeah.
what name? Sorry,
Nigersaurus.
why is that?
because some people think it's pronounced.
Oh,
Like
I mean,
I
that never
think
really got far. So
yeah, it's like I remember like going through the comments and seeing, man, these people are just making up dinosaurs. Ah,
yeah, that might have been just a meme, but
yeah, no, it's just fun. It's just a little fun. That's all. But um,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, yeah,
it is a bit unfortunate though.
nothing as spectacular as like a iguanodon, but like, that's a high bar to reach.
Archaeornithomimus. But yeah,
I'm so confused. What?
no, we were talking about dinosaur names. Never mind.
It's okay.
But yeah,
Kidding.
actually, going back on Nigersaurus, the one thing I really like about it is that we have a proper dwarf sauropod, and it's kind of unique to see him because when we think sauropods, we always think, oh, a tree trunk like legs, head up to the sky, all that. But you see this little thing, and it actually brings kind of a unique look to your park. Honestly, it's
I
actually.
still think it looks like a vacuum cleaner.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's why it's cool.
You know, it's funny. Every time I like look up articles of Nigersaurus, it's like vacuum face dinosaur newly discovered.
Oh, that's not just me.
No, it's not just
Okay,
you.
good.
Well, that's like part of the dinosaur's like inherent like design.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad that they implemented it. Maybe they could have gone with a smaller sauropod rather than one that's the size of an elephant.
I think that's fine because all the other sauropods we have are like pretty big,
Yeah, I know. I'm
so
like,
it does look petite next to them, which is like the best you could ask for, really.
yeah. I've never really seen one beside a human yet, so I don't know the exact scale to it. But yeah,
I will say it almost sticks out a little too much, like compared to the other sauropods. Like I almost feel like we need like more sauropods with that style.
I don't know because if you do that, then you're kind of getting rid of the uniqueness of the animal. Then
Well, he still has a vacuum face. He has that going for
Yeah,
him.
exactly.
Yeah, I know, but like if you look at it from afar and implement another small sauropod, then the line between the two kind of blurs a bit.
Yeah, but then a lot of the other sauropods kind of have that too, or like
Yeah, like
they all
Yeah,
kind
I
of look-
know, but again, we're just comparing Nargisaurus to the other giant sauropods, though.
I will say what I want is I actually want a giant sauropod that has similar proportions. I feel like a lot of the big sauropods, for their size, look a bit thin. Obviously the Tyrannosaurus looks like he's pretty good, but the Tyrannosaurus always looked a little weird in Jurassic World.
Yeah.
The Diplodocus looks like the walking with dinosaur Diplodocus, but still a bit skinnier. But that's whatever. Like Dreadnoughtus and Memenji, like Dreadnoughtus especially, like that's one of the big Titanosaurs,
Yeah.
right?
Actually,
And I think it's a shame that like it kind of just it has a
Yes.
brachiosaur upright neck. Like I want a sauropod that has the straight,
that's
horizontal-ish body type.
sauropods
Yeah.
like that.
But it's just not. We make it big.
yeah, actually, fun fact, Dreadnoughtus is actually shorter than Brachiosaurus in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Isn't it because the Jurassic Park Brachiosaurus isn't actually based off like the proper Brachiosaurus? It's based
Yeah,
off like
but you could also argue the same with the T-Rex, the Giga, and the Spinosaur. Fun fact again, the T-Rex from the first film is 13.5 meters, but the Spinosaurus is 12.2 meters, give or take. And I'm talking about the film canon, so
hmm.
yeah.
Wait, so you're saying Rexy is bigger than Spiny, or?
Yeah. The T-Rex from the first Jurassic Park is larger than the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3. Actually, the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3 is the exact same size as the male Endorex from The Lost World.
Huh. That makes
Yeah.
it kind of less intimidating.
yeah. So I think that
I
they
don't know if you can really take that as really seriously because, like, in the actual movie, they straight up make a point of how it's bigger than T-Rex, and not like, oh, it's bigger than this specific T-Rex.
Though granted, they could be talking about, like, again, the Los Angeles situation was known to the public, and they might be going off of that scale instead.
That was the Bull Rex they brought over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
The
you're
Bull-
talking.
The Bull Rex is
Also-
smaller, so
We're making the what does size mean? Like we're literally only talking length. Like what about height, weight,
True.
etc.
yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I mean that's why. Oh, who's the biggest dinosaur? This one was this much long. It's so arbitrary. 'Cause first of all, these aren't even full skeletons. Who know how? And like, estimates are based on like the best guesses or something. It's like how much cartilage is in between the individual.
Oh no,
vertebrae.
David, I'm talking about like the JP.
Oh yeah.
The JP
What I'm-
scales. That
No, what I'm
confirm
saying is,
by
like, No, I know. But this is the grander point I'm trying to make. Was like this here is done a lot. We're looking at length, right? And they give us these lengths, but there's more to like size than length, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, like on the greater scheme of like dinosaurs, you see this conversation everywhere.
Yeah.
True.
And like I said, size. Also, like, I mean, the other obvious thing is when it comes to CGI models, like any monster, almost all monsters in monster movies, like the size varies depending on the scene, right? Because it's what makes the best shot half
Yeah.
the time,
Yeah.
I
the
feel like
Rex
we've
is probably
strode a
changing
little.
some.
Yeah, we're straying.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we talk about Dreadnoughtus being smaller, but I mean, to me, Dreadnoughtus needed to be chonkier, more horizontal.
Yeah. What's
I'd
Dreadnoughtus?
like a little more weight on them.
Yeah.
A lot of the sauropods, actually.
Yeah, was Dreadnoughtus taller than Brachiosaurus, actually?
Well, I don't think it was taller because I don't think its neck stuck up like that.
Ah, alright.
Brachiosaurus's neck is made to be vertical. But I don't think that I believe the Titanosaurs are more horizontal.
I'll tell you why it's so horizontal. Frog DNA. There, explanation done.
Uh, see, that would be a great explanation if the Jurassic World Drynotus was not was not vertical, but it is.
Different frog.
Frog DNA.
Oh, dying DNA.
But yeah, I like Nitrosaurus. I like Homalocephale. Drysaur, it's basically a remodeled Struthiomimus in my opinion.
Is it? I don't really.
No,
It
no.
has almost very similar like death animations.
Yeah,
animations.
same behavioral animation, same animal overall, basically.
I don't know, because to me it like moves differently. Maybe it's
It
just
moves a bit different. Slightly
Right, yes,
different.
it does move differently, but it acts the same. It does the same things.
Oh well, sure.
It doesn't have like its eating animation is the same as the others. It's drinking too, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the Drysaurs.
That's fine if you like them.
Like my
Yeah,
favorite
yeah.
dinosaurs are like.
It's nice to have. Like,
Yeah, I'm glad that they implemented them because I do feel like we were missing a dinosaur that pretty much follows the same body plan as those smaller ornithopods, honestly. If not Dryosaurs, then I'm fine with Othnielia or Leonerosaura.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hespilophodonts.
Yeah. Camptosaurus.
We should really save like what we want in the future for the end.
Oh no, I'm saying like
yeah.
what could. Okay, yeah, you're right. But yeah, that was pretty much the Herbivore pack. There weren't any like game-changing updates. Now, after this, like a few, I think. How many
I
months?
thought it was over.
Yeah.
I thought. I'm like, yep, they're done with the game, and then out of the blue,
Oh boy.
Well, to be
out
fair,
of
it
the
wasn't out of the
blue,
blue. There was a lot of rumors about it.
Yeah, like when I first heard about the rumors of there being a 1993 DLC, first thing that came to mind was, where's the source? Like, who provided this information? Because, like, whenever there's going to be an update for this game or a DLC, I always think about how are they going to do it? Because I always have that interview with the Gaming Beaver stuck in my head, like, oh yeah, we're limited to the game, there's a lot of things we can't change. But every now and then they change the game beyond our expectations. So the existence of a 1993 DLC was like no question it wasn't going to happen. It would have.
I always thought it was going to happen.
Yeah, it would have been cool if it happened, but I never thought in my mind that it would happen. But lo and behold, a trailer came out, and
Yes.
oh boy,
It was glorious.
yeah, it's funny that we're jumping to the Return to the Jurassic Park DLC because we still have like 2 other things to mention.
Do we?
Yeah.
The fish update, right?
No, the fish update came before the Claire Deering DLC, actually.
yeah.
Did
Came
it?
out really up-
Yeah, it did.
What's
Huh.
to say? Fish feeder, cool. Thanks.
I like the fish update.
Yeah, fish feeder. Actually, David, like, remember when you were saying how you wanted the paleobotany to be applied to predators?
I really want that.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
give us pigs. So the fish
Yeah.
was a good like style.
yeah.
Certainly
I mean,
affects like
you
3
know, like
dinosaurs.
no, it's like the base is already there though. You have fish, you have raw meat, and then you have live prey. So it's there. They just need to implement new mechanics to have certain predators benefit from certain food items.
I would like a
than
boredom
others.
mechanic implemented. Like
What?
a boredom mechanic, because you know how like actual caged animals need like they need something to interact with every now and then, something new.
Yeah,
So
something
like
to stimulate
maybe
it.
adding a goat just like reduces an animal's boredom
You know what?
or
That's not bad.
something.
Or fish even.
Yeah, or just
Yeah, actually, that's not half bad an idea.
just something to make. Because really, the fish feeder's optional. So is the goat. There's no real benefit to having either.
Honestly, it's better. Like Well, the fish is better than the goat just because with the fish feeders and the regular carnival feeders, you could put them in front of viewing vents and just keep the
Yeah.
dinosaurs hovered around there. So you have that, keep that park attraction maxed out.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry about that. I just wanted to state that. And I'll talk more about it in like what we want in the future, like speculations and whatnot. But yeah, next, this is a hard one to choose because I think this update came out with the Return to Jurassic Park DLC. So I guess I'll just start off with this one small DLC. The Raptor Squad skin collection.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I forgot that was separate.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really mixed about it.
I feel we got gypped. I think it should have been in the base game, if I'm being
Yeah.
I understand why it's not in the base game because they're probably thinking like, well, these are very specific like raptor characters, so it'll be weird if you.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's just like something
Like-
for beating the islands on challenge.
But at the same
You know,
time, these are the skins from the movies. These are the ones that like people are gonna want. So why are they not just in the base game?
They did state in interviews why they didn't implement them in the base games. I don't remember the reasons exactly.
Probably
But-
bullshit, let's be honest.
But yeah, it's like, for one, I'm glad that they implemented the Raptor skins. But, did it have to be a paid DLC?
Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah, that's why I feel gypped.
Especially for a dinosaur that had the worst skins for like a while.
Yeah.
A long time.
Like, look at it like this. For one, I understand why they implemented it as a paid DLC, because from day one, people were asking, why isn't the Raptor Squad in the game? Why isn't Blue in the game? Because she's become like the titular Raptor character in the Jurassic series now.
She's the new Rexy.
Yeah, arguably. So, there's a demand there, so I understand why they made it paid. But at the same time, we've got more for way less. The Fallen Kingdom DLC. The Fallen Kingdom update. The Ceratops update. Whole new dinosaurs with complete skin sets for free.
Mm-hmm.
So
At the very least, it wasn't expensive. It was only
Yeah.
like $5.
it was $2. So
Oh, it's like 5. Oh, whatever. That's even better.
oh.
I'm not gonna lie, I still don't have it. I like the Raptor Squad, but not $2 extra. Like, I'm cheap.
I just wanted to have as much of the movie skins in the game as possible.
Same.
Fucking as soon as that happened, I was like, yeah, bye.
So, yeah, like, for one, I'm glad that it exists. That
Oh,
is a
yeah.
thing. But at the same time, there's like a lot of I know David was talking about this in the first podcast, how when he heard about skins that he knew the studio fucker was gonna happen. Here it is.
Yeah,
But it's
more
not too
tame than I worried.
Wait, sorry?
Like it's more tamed than I worried. Like I'm surprised. Like I'll be honest, I am I'm surprised and quite happy that there wasn't more just skin DLCs.
Yeah.
Because they could have
Yeah.
ran that idea into the ground.
Like,
Yeah.
I always assumed the Jurassic Park dinosaurs were going to be just like skin DLC, not a real DLC.
Yeah.
No, the best DLC in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I'm glad it's here. I'm happy with my purchase. Would I prefer it to be a free DLC? Yeah.
I'd probably prefer everything to be free, honestly.
Of course.
Yeah, it's like Clear Deering DLC free, Herbivore Pack free. But, it's like, I understand why. But,
Honestly, they should have just thrown it in with like either the Claire DLC or the fucking. I know it's Jurassic World, not Jurassic Park, but fucking throw it in with that.
Or just throw it in
Just-
with the update.
Sneak it into an update and put it like a challenge mode update
Yeah.
in.
I'd say maybe like the Ceratops update. because it's just more film content being implemented in either way. But
Mhm.
like the validity of that is still kind of questionable. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, I'm glad it's in game. I'd argue that Delta needs a skin because like the default Raptor skin is practically that, but never mind it. Um, I'm glad it exists. I love seeing just these widely different Raptors from these different films and eras, and the Joelle Raptor too, just interacting with each other. It's honestly really fun to see.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
They are one of the prettier things. They're not pretty, like one of the more interesting dinosaurs to just watch
Yeah.
because they interact with each other.
And now they finally got some good skins.
Great,
Movie skins.
Yes.
beautiful.
Speaking of which, now we talk about the shit that we actually want to talk about. Return to Jurassic Park.
Actually, I was gonna talk about like the vehicle and restroom update.
Yo, you could take a piss. You could get from point A to point B real fast. Now we talk about Jurassic Park.
But honestly, I do want to like talk about like this free update though.
Fine. Like,
Hey, come on, man! You can't have dessert right out the gate.
I want.
Okay, so like the reason why I want to talk about the vehicle and restroom pack is because pack update is because it kind of brings in the things that we wanted from the game from the get-go. The restroom being us caring more for our guests, because before they've become kind of like mannequins or robots that walked around and do
They're
whatever.
just numbers on a spreadsheet, really.
Literally, yeah, and we barely see them interact with our parks. Like
Anything.
name one time you actually saw someone eat something in your parks. Like you actually saw them physically walk into the kiosk, buy something, and walk out with it.
I've said this to you multiple times, but like in Zoo Tycoon, you could click on every individual guest. They had their own little inventories of stuff they've bought, and you can
Yeah.
see them wearing it and stuff. It was crazy. You even had like a little info bloop on what their favorite animal was.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that's the same thing with J-Pop too. It's like there was a lot more management for the guests than there were for the dinosaurs, but here it's vice versa.
We don't even have benches for them to sit on.
like
I always put a picnic area, but it's just a field.
Yeah.
the only thing, and I do appreciate this. This has been this from the beginning. Is the fact that based on your like how much you have with the divisions and what buildings you place, you could see there's clearly like guests, scientists, and security guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could actually like if you want like a science area in your park, you could place a science building, and that part of the park there will only be scientists. If you want to make a security area, build a security building next to like an ACU and the radio station. Boom, security area. So that's nice.
Yeah.
I guess there's the argument like, oh, there's so many people. I would happily trade. First of all, just the game would run better, lower the amount of people that come in at 5 stars, and let us click on them. Like,
Yeah.
or you know what? You don't even need to go that far. Make it, when they enter a store and come out, maybe they have a hat, a balloon, a bag.
Just
Yeah, because Frontier did make, as far as I'm aware, they made Zoo Tycoon too.
Yeah.
Way back. Yeah, it's the same studio.
What? That doesn't sound right.
Isn't it?
No, they did the roller coaster ones.
Oh, they did Planet Zoo. That's the one.
Yeah,
But I know they did that. I thought they worked on Zoo Tycoon too.
I don't think they did.
Also, I don't think the restrooms are nice in that they allow it's much easier to max out your guest rating.
Yeah.
But that didn't really solve the. I guess are there lineups in front of the restrooms? I never really took notice.
In what, JPOG or Joy?
In Joy.
No.
There were literal lineups in JPOG.
Yeah.
But it didn't really fix the problem. It's just another building that you put to get your numbers up.
Yeah.
It was Blue Fang Games and
Yeah, the
Maxsoft.
thing. Yeah, it wasn't.
I don't know why I thought it was Frontier who did it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm
So
pretty
you
sure.
think of I think it's literally called Coaster Tycoon. It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah, roller
simulator.
coaster.
Yeah, I guess I just always assumed that they were the same studio because of the name.
Yeah.
See, Frontier likes their games where if something goes wrong in the park, people start fucking dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It
yeah,
coast,
times easier to make it.
it's coaster because like the coaster games. I know a lot of people they'll just have like coasters just end and they'll just watch people fly off and die.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like you're right about that in terms of the restroom, but the one thing that got me really excited about this update is what they did with the vehicles. They implemented more options. They implemented a new option where you can fire flares, and this would lure dinosaurs. But the one thing I am so glad that they implemented, I think I don't know if this is with all the vehicles. I know this is with the ACU though, but the vehicles can be destroyed by dinosaurs now.
Yeah, that was nice.
It's so nice. It's so
It's not nice, but
Well, I don't know. It adds more of like a challenge, I guess.
yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, just whatever.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I was trying to make it funny. Whatever. Yeah.
Uh, I'm sorry, Carlos. Do that again. I mean, it's not nice. You just see footage of a car getting flinged off by a Triceratops.
Yeah, that's not it.
Yeah, but like
But it's beautiful.
for one, I am so glad they implemented this because I made this as a point in the first podcast how it feels a little too easy going in like in any enclosure with a dinosaur. If I go into
Dominus Rex in particular.
if I go into a T-Rex enclosure, I don't need to worry about. I can send out my ACU and worry nothing about them. I could like focus more on the smaller things. But now I'm just glad that they implemented destroyable vehicles because now it just adds a little more to the gameplay now. Honestly,
I will also say I'm so glad that they made it so the helicopters could medicate dinosaurs because here's the thing
yeah,
with the damage to vehicles. I'm just gonna, like that would make Jurassic challenge mode impossible because there's so many times where like dinosaurs get sick en masse,
yeah.
and then the ranger teams just stand there forever just trying to heal them all, and they'll all get destroyed.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, I think they did that just to balance things out.
Probably.
Which I'm glad. And also, the helicopter is also able to fire flares as well, so that's also good. Actually,
But
yeah,
it's really nice because sometimes you just lose what like the dinosaur you're trying to dart in like the
yeah,
bush. It's like get the fuck out of here.
yeah. And
So I
also,
can heal you.
this brings a new dynamic to the game, or at least how we play it. You could use your ACU helicopter uh, to get your dinosaurs, while your ranger teams can be focused more on fixing and repairing buildings and fences.
Oh man, whenever a storm comes in, I just tranquil my big dinosaurs.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
See,
Yeah,
you
pretty
see,
much.
you see, I have the pro strat. I don't make big dinosaurs.
Big brain strat here. Oh my god.
Last time I played Jurassic difficulty, I did, and then they made me. Ironically, while I was distracted with them, my Maya source broke out, killed everyone, and I.
A lot of people were lost that day.
Oh.
But yeah. So yeah, that was that update. Now we could talk about Return to Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, nut.
Yeah, I remember seeing that first trailer. Holy shit. Now, for the record, when I first saw the trailer, I thought it was only going to be the 1993 film instead of
I
all
think we
three.
all did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
instead of all 3 Jurassic Park films. Boy, was I beautifully wrong on that.
God.
um,
And then I remember we found out all 3, and we're like, wait, Jurassic Park 3 raptors, males with quills, and then we saw images of the males, but we couldn't see the quills.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah, David, remember when we were watching that one video stream and we were trying to like see all the skins and we were like, wait, does it have quills? Does it not have quills? Oh my god!
So, and the only time you saw it was like I think it was Baston's live stream, and
Yeah.
he had the camera on them, and the JP3 raptor in the corner, tiny corner,
Yeah.
and you could barely see the top of its head.
Yeah.
But
But
it was a glorious head.
yeah, but when we got the game and we actually saw it, oh my god. Honestly,
Well, official images came out before then.
yeah, I know, but
skins.
like seeing is believing. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do feel like we got more proper looks after the DLC released.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, oh my god. Out of all the DLCs, I do feel like Return to Jurassic Park, like, in terms of content, like skins, uh, buildings, this is probably one of the better DLCs that the game could provide.
Oh,
Life.
yeah.
The map, the big ass map.
Yeah, we always faced with such small ass maps in the game before. Now we just have like this giant, beautiful sandbox of a place to play with.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Like I know it sounds like I'm being disappointed, but no, I'm just glad that they went the route they did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The missions more or like the first mission was alright. I was hooked enough to it, and I had fun with it. But as like the story progressed, it would kind of like you start to see the pattern with it, and you kind of slog through it. But I still had fun with it. I still try to implement new ideas, like the mating. What was it? Countermeasure, mating countermeasure.
Mm.
Um, but I hate how they didn't like explore that a little more. Like actually see baby dinosaurs running amongst the adults.
That would have been a lot of work.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been. But it would have
I
been
was like-
appreciated.
Cool.
My campaign experience was sour because there's one mission where it's like, take a picture of Dilophosaurs doing socializing or something, right?
Yeah.
Something that they just sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, but here's the thing. So it took me. I was waiting in that enclosure for like an hour, and it wouldn't sleep. And then they did, and then a few seconds later, game crashed. Where did autosave? Right before that mission.
Bum, bum, bum,
Well,
dun,
some
dun,
reason when I
dun,
first
dun,
started
dun,
playing
dun.
the Jurassic Park DLC, there was a lot of crashes.
As expected, yeah.
That didn't really happen to me. I don't remember any crashes.
Yeah, I don't remember experiencing.
But I got the
crashes.
DLC really late.
Oh wait, you got it?
I got it
Yeah,
the
I
night
picked it up like
it
a
came
month
out.
ago, I think.
Same. No, I think I got it like a day or two after.
I think I
Like,
did. Maybe
am
I
I
was
just-
just thinking of getting it. Let me double check.
Oh wait, Carlos, when did you get it?
I got it like as soon as it fucking dropped.
Ah, you got it day one. I see you're a man of culture as well.
I was like, I need to witness this glory.
Yeah. If there's one
Okay.
thing that I have to complain about is that the game is slightly more expensive than the other story-based DLCs. It's like
Yeah.
26. It was almost $30.
Hmm.
Which that completely caught me off guard because I was prepared to buy a $20 DLC.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, it does come with a lot more shit than like any of the other DLCs.
Yeah, it definitely has like a lot of shit that came with it.
It's almost
What
like
was the base
a
game?
separate, like game.
Sorry?
What was the base game price?
Depends. Where do you live? Like-
Canada.
Like here in Canada, it was $60, but in the States, it's also $60. So
which is weird
Oh,
because
that's
in
weird.
the states that's full price. I can't know that's a discount.
Yeah. That's actually really weird. I don't know. I don't think it because if it's close to $30, right? The DLC price.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, is that really worth half the game? Because the
Uh.
base game was 60, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it. Like I do, it's my favorite DLC and I love it, but I don't know. It's a little steep.
Yeah. Like there were definitely some areas where they hit and miss the mark. Like I think one positive we can all agree on is the legacy skins.
Oh yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Yes.
it's like the main reason of picking it up, honestly.
But if there's like one miss that I have to say about the skins, it's like some of the alternate skins. Um, it's like you have 2001 pattern A or
Yeah.
1997 pattern B, and it's all the film skins is more than enough. I don't think you need to implement all these other variants to it.
Some of them are definitely unnecessary.
Yeah, it's
the
like that.
The T-Rex ones, they're all great, but like it's kind of it's completely random how they're sorted.
Yeah, it's very.
Yeah, yeah. I remember Gaming Weaver stated in an interview saying how apparently the T-Rex animatronic for JP3 was beige.
But that's
But
not true because there's
yeah,
photos of the animatronic and it's very clearly green.
yeah, I know. And also, if you look at the size scale with the CG models, you could clearly see that the T-Rex is in fact green.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
here's the thing: green, beige. None of those colors are red, which is also another 2001 skin is.
Yeah, it's like
Also,
I
I'm a bit disappointed that whatever the skin of Borex is, doesn't have like that extended neck, and
oh
it's
yeah, like the extended gurgle. Yeah,
yeah,
and
Yeah.
the slightly thinner jaw that the Lost World Rex has.
yeah. I was
I
honest.
under sorry.
Oh no, you go.
I understand why they might think, well, we don't want to do the proper like Jurassic Park 3 T-Rex because it's just too similar to the buck. But at the same time, it's like, well, then just don't have it.
Or once again, make the buck unique, because the buck does look like different.
Yeah, it does look different, but
And also, here's probably my biggest complaint. Well, actually, you finished, Carlos? Because I was about to
I was
go
gonna
off.
say I was gonna say it does look different, especially if you're like us and we're nerds and we like know like the very
Yeah,
slight differences between the buck and the bull because the buck and the bull they're definitely like very similar because it's the same animatronic and they're both green. But I could see them saying that they're just too similar.
Hmm.
yeah,
But still, it's a strange decision.
yeah.
And my other question is, why are there some dinosaurs that are in the movies straight, like just not representing in alternate skins? Dilophosaur, Corythosaur, Brachiocephalosaur. None of them
Um,
have movie skins.
well,
I argue that
here's
the
the thing
base
though.
skins are already close.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing, Carlos. Like, because those animals were already well established, like Frontier from the get-go just made those animals based off the Jurassic Park movie variants. That's why they
Actually,
don't have their own movie skins.
With Corythosaur and Dinosaur, yes, but the base Dilophosaur is like a dark brown. Is the
Yeah, it's
Dilophosaur
kind of
rest are
ugly.
green?
Yeah, it is
I
more
remember it
green.
being more vibrant, just in
I-
general.
Yeah, actually, the more I think about it, you guys are right about the Dilophosaur. But in terms of patterns, it is the same.
Pattern,
Yeah,
yeah,
Then, like,
but like,
I actually like how the other dinosaurs have like these variable pattern types. Why not give us those so the Dilophosaur and Corythosaur thing?
One day, David, one day. But like, you know what? Yeah, maybe they should have made a proper Dilophosaur skin. Actually, yeah. The more I think about it, the more I'm
I
starting
mean,
to.
it's a major dinosaur, right?
Yeah, I know. It's like the more I think about it, the base Dilophosaur is definitely a lot more brown than the movie. Like with the movie
Oh yeah.
version, there's like a lot more yellows and greens and darker blacks. But
It just
the
needs to
game
be
version,
the skin, basically.
yeah,
That's all you do. You just need
And
to
also, yeah, and also, I had a point. Oh, the Pteranodon.
oh yeah, the
Why?
Pteranodons.
Why are the Pteranodons uniform? Like, why don't they have the a 97 2001 versions?
They do. Um,
They have the Lost World skin, although it's not a remodel because the Lost
yeah,
World Pteranodon doesn't have the teeth. But like in the game, it's just the JP3 Pteranodon with
yeah,
the skin.
yeah. And I find it super ironic how they implement these like model changing skins with everything else, but they skip out on Pteranodon in particular. I think it might be because the animal in question is like drastically different from the JP3 Pteranodon. Like not only in terms of design, but also in size as well. But I was hoping for like a proper Lost World Pteranodon skin. And we do have it, but it doesn't encapsulate how the animal actually looked in terms of physical appearance, in terms of the
Yeah.
model.
And also, why isn't there any Jurassic World Pteranodon?
Yeah!
That's the
That
Yeah.
was really weird to me.
thing.
Yeah, I was honestly really hoping to see that too.
Yeah, I hate how like in both Jurassic World and Jurassic Park versions, the Pteranodon cage is the same. It does not
Yeah,
work
because
with the Jurassic World aesthetic at all.
At all.
yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have like the glass aviary from Jurassic World.
And it's not even like the glass area is a different shape. It's still a dome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could have just like done. They could have easily done that.
And also, when I look at the model itself, the whole thing is just a giant polygon. So they could easily change that fence mesh into glass if they wanted to.
Also, like with the Jurassic World one, we could get Dimorphodons as well.
Yeah.
Dimorphodons would be. I was actually kind of surprised that they weren't featured like at all.
I mean, I understand not featuring them in the Return to Jurassic Park DLC because that's.
Well, yeah.
But for future releases, although that might be a problem because the only way to get the aviary is by getting that DLC. So like, it's like if they ever do like a Dimorphodon DLC or a Jurassic World Pteranodon skin DLC, it's like
It has to be free.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Or just make it a free update that if you have DLC, change it.
Right.
Or hell, the free. Think about it. The free update could be you have access to the Pteranodon aviary in Jurassic World.
And the only way to get the
No.
Jurassic Park version is by getting the Return to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
like if you don't have DLC, you wouldn't have the Jurassic Park stuff crosses over into Jurassic World stuff anyway. So if you don't have the DLC, then like, it's just a
Yeah.
reskin.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, like returning to Miles's point, I could see them implementing Dimorphodon as a free update actually.
But
you see
again,
now that we have that, they need to add them. But now that we have aviaries, we have these static dinosaurs going in circles. So they need to give us the Mosasaur Lake.
I know, right?
One day.
But they're cowards.
Yeah. But
I want to see a Lasmosaur.
you will, don't worry.
Don't lie to me.
I'm not.
I want to high bonus.
Wait,
guys, the end. He wants a bonus. Guys, the end. End of it.
You know, Pteranodon.
Stop
God,
it. Stop it.
Give me my giant turtle.
Oh, wait, I just remembered another miss that the Jurassic Park DLC kind of hit. Compsognathus.
The compies are weird because it's like
Little,
awesome to have them because
Yeah.
they're an iconic dinosaur. but at the same time, it's like,
I
how
can't
would
fucking see them. They're so pointless.
I love
Put
it
it
though.
apart.
how
I
would
just
you
have
make
their enclosure full of sand.
how would you make a proper enclosure with them? If you make an enclosure that's like small enough where it's like proportionate to them, it'll just look ridiculous because it's just this tiny ass. It'll just be the small ass fucking.
Square.
Yeah.
It's like
I
Like-
guess here's the thing. I guess because they don't attack people, I guess you can kind of just let them loose in the park.
But they
They
scare
have-
people still.
yeah, they
Sure,
still
yeah.
scare people though.
Yeah. They can be the peacocks of the zoo.
Yeah.
That'd have been great.
But yeah, it's like I'm honestly kind of disappointed with the compy. Yeah, it's a new dinosaur. It comes with new animation sets. They actually kept the size of it accurate to the film, but it
Yeah.
doesn't really do anything.
Well, it's too small to do anything.
Yeah, but it's like it's one
How
of
cool-
those.
How
it's-
cool would it have been if they actually did like proper kill animations with that? Where,
Yeah,
like, the
exactly.
Swarm.
Like I
jump
was.
off or even other just herbivores.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when like as soon as I found out that Compsognathus was coming, I was like immediately thinking how the death animations were gonna be. There were none. And you
No,
know,
there are. It gets eaten by velociraptors.
actually no, it gets eaten by anything larger. Troodon can eat it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like,
the big carnivores leave them alone though.
yeah,
It's not worth it.
they're just too small. But
It
Speaking
yeah,
would have been real funny if they had an animation where the carnivore will stomp on it.
Yeah.
That's what I was expecting, like a T-Rex stomp.
yeah, but like, it's. I don't know if I'm glad if it's in the game. I was never really asking for compy. Mainly
I'm
because
glad
we
it's
have-
in because I've been asking since launch.
Yeah, mainly
It's one of
because
my favorites.
I think Troodon is just honestly a better replacement. It just does more.
But it's not as cute.
We have Homalocephale for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we want a cute carnivore.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Fine,
You
get
balance it.
your nude, long-tailed raven.
Speaking of companies, they did do one thing which I think is cool, but I wish it was more so optional, which is the chain link at the bottom of the Return to Jurassic Park fences, which they do in order to accommodate for the logic of compies being.
Compsognathus, yeah.
But and that's cool, but I wish we could have those fences without those because they kind of compromise the accuracy of the fences.
And also,
Yeah.
imagine if you put the compies in a fence that doesn't have that, they escape.
Yeah,
That'd be
exactly.
cool.
True. Have some consequence with it.
Maybe if there's because they can't kill
or-
guests by themselves, right?
Or
Nope.
to be fair, just and if it's like, oh, but what about making them in the Jurassic World mode electric fences? Make
Yeah.
so that you have to use
True.
electric fences to keep them in.
But wait, aren't the fences in aren't there electric variants in Return to Jurassic Park?
I think there are, so you could just
Yeah,
have
there-
those too.
Actually,
Make it so that-
wait, yeah, that'd be the fix. Like, the normal unelectric fences have the mesh, but the electric fences don't. They could have just done that.
Yeah.
Although it is a little weird since they went out of their way to put the chain link on the fences for Return to Jurassic Park, that you can still use the copies in Jurassic World mode and they don't have the chain link on the fences.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Details.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, I guess it's always the novelty of making a Brachiosaur Compsognathus enclosure.
Yeah, actually, Compsognathus would be a great animal to have in your large herbivore settings. You know, make it
Oh, yeah,
more
but-
atmospheric.
Speaking of which, those 2001 Brachiosaurs, they look a bit weird. Like, I like them in the movie, but this is a case where there's this weird, like, 90-degree angle that their pelvis takes, leading to the tail.
Yeah.
It's ironically a case where there's too much chonk, there's too much, like, underneath, and it looks weird.
Yeah. And also going back to like that topic of skins, thank you for bringing up the Brachiosaurus. A lot of the the JP legacy dinosaurs, they have unnecessary skins to them. One of which is like this really mossy looking Brachiosaurus 2001 skin.
Yeah.
Which it has no reason to exist.
The one that's literally all green, like completely like just solid, like puke green.
Yeah, it's so weird. And I hate looking at it.
Yeah.
It's just,
You know, as much as we're saying these variant skin, a lot of the variant skins for Return of Jurassic Park are pointless, I will admit I kind of wish they had some of those for the Raptors, because how cool would it have been to see like the JP3
alternate JP3 Raptor.
Yeah, with like
Yeah.
different.
That
like,
would have been cool.
oh my god, yeah. The dinosaurs that actually needed variant skins are the ones that got cucked, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like to be fair, like with the T-Rex, it's nice that we have the red Rex and that is kind of a novel skin. The blue Rex is cool too.
Yeah.
It's weird that like the alternate 97 skin is just like a darker 97.
Yeah.
93, I mean.
Yeah.
And once again, wish we got like not just a bull Rex skin, but like, you know, the thinner jawline and the neck.
Yeah, a remodel.
The
Yeah.
things that make the bull Rex the bull Rex.
Yeah.
And then like imagine an alternate pattern of that. Cool.
Yeah. I feel like
Also, I know the Jurassic Park 3 Spino. I know it's basically the same, but give that some alternate patterns. Fuck it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, actually.
Also,
Yeah.
let it close its damn mouth. Like,
Yeah.
why is it always gape? It always bothers me about the Spinosaur. Why is it always gaping?
Honestly, man, I never noticed that until you.
I didn't notice
out,
it.
and I still
Yeah,
don't-
either.
It still doesn't really bother me. I think it's fine.
I have no comment. I've always noticed it.
I haven't.
I think it looks fucking stupid. It's always
Yeah, I think one problem I have with Spinosaurus is that I feel like it's very disproportionate. Like, some features on it seem too long or too short. And it just doesn't look like the JP3 Spino, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't see the fucking hate in its eyes like you do with the JPG.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so dopey. It's so fucking dopey.
Yeah, because of it's open mouth.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like we've riffed on like Return to Jurassic Park enough. Let's talk about some of the good.
There's a lot of good.
Some of the what?
The missions are pretty fun, and the ending's nice. It's like unleash the wreck. You know, something
Oh.
like Sam, like Alan Grant would never fucking suggest.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, like, you know, it's fun that that campaign kind of went in the same direction as the Secrets of Dr. Wu, because I mentioned how it felt really nice going down this like scripted path, and then, you know, you have to like get a dinosaur to combat another dinosaur to save the day. That's another good thing we forgot to mention. The T-Rex and Raptor have a death animation now.
It's the
I do find it funny that if you look at the raptor, it starts bleeding before it gets hit by anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the missions are like it's the same structure. It's okay. It's nice to hear, see the Jurassic Park characters.
But,
like the Goldblum is always fun.
Yeah, but like what you were saying about the missions, I feel like they have enough bells on them to make them a little more unique. Like I said, like the breeding countermeasure that was implemented, that was fun. The the story implications with Biosyn in the campaign, that was fun too. Retaking Jurassic Park to begin with, that was also pretty fun. So, you know, it's like these little moments, which would simply be basic, but never happened in like the main campaign, is very welcoming in my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like little changes like that. So good. what else is there?
I will say I was surprised that they managed to get Sam Neill and Laura Dern to come back for the game. Although now in retrospect, they probably were able to do that because they were already getting ready to do
Jurassic World Dominion, yeah.
But I remember when we first heard that, I was like, "Wow, really?" Because
It makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah, but now it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Personally, I was never really caught off guard with them returning, honestly.
Well, I don't know, it just seems so out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I understand
I was
why.
too, because I never thought they'd like care to come back. I mean, they couldn't get Chris Pratt. Fucking thing.
Yeah,
we couldn't get Chris Pratt.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Owen. And
BD Wong.
Owen.
Wong isn't. They couldn't even get BD Wong, and BD Wong isn't even like that high profile of an actor.
Wait, really?
Not really.
I swear to God, no. I swear to God, they brought him back to play Dr. Wu.
No, I don't think it is. It doesn't sound like it.
Doesn't sound like him.
Can someone look it up? Like,
yeah, hold up. I'm looking it up right now on my
because
phone.
I will say, if it's not him, it's way better. It's way closer to Dr. Wu than the guy they picked to be Owen Grady.
I think
Yeah.
they're both very distracting to me.
Well, now I think about it, yeah, Dr. Wu's voice and the thing is, he kind of has deepened his voice for the Jurassic World movies too, to sound more evil science.
Yeah, but
I want to know what the fuck happened to him.
He'll probably die in Dominion.
No, I don't mean like
or-
that. I meant like in between Jurassic World in between Park and World.
And he flew away.
Yeah, no, I mean like you went from non-evil scientist just genuinely excited about making dinosaurs to like I made a monster.
He's kind of weird in Jurassic.
Working in Jurassic World made him really cynical and like all like the corporate shit. Like it's in the movie.
Yeah.
To be fair, even in Fallen Kingdom, it's weird because he's like, yes, I'm a perfect monster, but like he doesn't like the corporate shit. He's like, don't fucking sell this bullshit.
Yeah.
I actually like. Hey, if there's one thing, it's just some things up to give Fallen Kingdom. I like it when he's like, oh, don't worry, we'll make more, and he's like, so will they. Like a one, like.
He's not like
another podcast. That's another podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Let's stop talking about the movies. Did you find the answer, Raoul?
I'm still looking.
It could
phone is very slow.
Just look up evolution and then click on the cast. But yeah, because BD Wong, he does like.
Wait. Yep, it says here on IMDb he did voice Dr. Wu in Jurassic World Evolution.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What kind of performance was he giving in this game?
Like I said, on this one, he actually is supposed to, like, he's actually trying to sound like.
Yeah, he's straight up
evil.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like, let them kill each other.
No, say the line, Miles. Say it.
Fight. I was trying to not say it.
I do love the part in his DLC where he's like, let the carnivores, the herbivores, and the scientists are like, oh my god, this is so dangerous and monsters. Like, how are you so cruel? Me hosting dinosaur death matches to raise combat infamy on the daily for the entertainment division.
But yeah, it's like, yeah, is there anything else you guys want to add to the Return to Jurassic Park DLC, or?
I feel like
the Isla Sorna map is kind of bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
I would think they would use Sorna as like the big, giant, flat map that you can use, but
nah.
Well, you know, like,
since Nublar was already like we already had a sandbox Nublar.
You also think that they would use Sorna to like maybe utilize a different environment, like maybe have the outskirts of that be the Redwood. But instead, it's just more jungle.
They could have done. Oh well. But yeah, it's like I guess that's it for turn
I gotta. What do you guys think about the Triceratops controversy?
What
I
controversy?
think the Triceratops look like bullshit.
Because
They do.
the thing is, the animatronic of the Triceratops for the first Jurassic Park.
Oh, you're talking about that? Okay.
It's like a gray color. It's actually gray, but then they covered it in dirt, so it looks brown in the movie.
Yeah. Personally, I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't implement the actual animatronic skin. I was actually expecting it to be one of the variants.
Yeah, you would think that would make it one of the
Yeah.
I
ultimate.
hate on all the skins. It has that patterning on the face. It looks like It looks like it has a disease. It looks like cancer.
Kill me. God damn.
And it doesn't like synergize well. It just looks ugly.
Like for me,
But yeah,
I'm not complaining too much. I actually like the differences between this Triceratops and the Jurassic World. If anything, I welcome the JP Triceratops a lot more than the Jurassic World Triceratops.
same.
Yeah.
In general, I prefer the JP versions over the JW versions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, except for Raptor Squad.
Maybe the Paras. I love all the Paras. Like all the Para skins are great. Although,
Yeah. If there's one constant in the game, we can
Although-
trust in Paras.
although I think it helps that the original like base Para is like based off. I think it's based off like early concept designs for like the Lost World Parasaurolo.
Yeah, it was.
So it's like it's still technically like a film canon skin. So
Yeah.
So it's like it fits.
Yeah. So yeah, it's, I guess it's safe to say we're done with the DLC, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So kind of like with the last podcast, I do kind of want to talk about future speculations as to where this game is going. But I feel since we have like about 20 minutes left, I'll try to keep this to the point. We have Jurassic World Dominion coming out, so there's no doubt there's going to be a DLC for that. But there's also the prevailing rumor of there being a Jurassic World Evolution 2.
Yeah, which is scary. It scares me.
Yeah.
That actually scares me.
Yeah, like, for me, if they do decide to make a Jurassic World 2, I feel it should either be, actually, no, I feel like they should go in the same direction as Overwatch 2, where it's essentially just a bigger expansion for the base game. But, I don't know, what about you guys?
Here's the issue with that idea. If that's the route they go with Jurassic World Evolution 2, you won't really be able to get stuff like tanks or like more advanced terrain tools or proper like AI'd pteranodons that aren't just like on a loop. Or like because like if we're gonna do like a Jurassic World Evolution 2, I would want it to have like even more options and more customability.
Oh, it would have to be better.
Yeah, I would want to like make a fucking mosasaur like tank on the side of the beach, on the side of the island.
Like in Jurassic, or not in Jurassic Zoo, in Zoo Tycoon 2.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
aquatics.
Basically, I want it to be more like Zoo Tycoon 2.
Yeah,
But
that's every park game for me.
Yeah, but if they do make a Jurassic World Evolution 2, wouldn't you be worried that, like, the one thing I'm worried about is the DLCs.
That's my biggest concern, is
Yeah.
losing all those dinosaurs and having to buy them back.
Yeah. Either
Hell,
buy
they
them
might-
back, or the Frontier developers, they would have to implement them in day one.
Yeah, or they might not even include some of the dinosaurs that we got in the first game.
Which
Yeah.
would be bullshit. But
Well,
honestly,
people would not be cool with that. Just look at JPOG. People weren't cool with that those dinosaurs weren't
Yeah.
even in this game at
I
launch.
do feel like if they do make a Jurassic World Evolution 2, some sort of data transfer between the two games need to happen.
Can
Cool,
I?
but
I would like to throw my hat into this ring
Go ahead, it's a big ring.
because, yeah, because here's the thing. Well, first of all, Overwatch 2 probably a bad example because that's just a lie. It's not a second
It's
game.
not
It's
a
an
sequel,
expansion.
it's an expansion.
No,
So
exactly
here's the
my
deal.
exactly my point.
But here's the deal, right? There are two ways to kind of because if you the thing is if it's just expansions through the base game, right? Here's the thing. That's basically the live service model in a nutshell, right? You just keep adding to a game.
Yeah.
The thing is that only works if your base game is good enough for that. You know, I played 400 hours of Monster Hunter World, and even Overwatch. Those games like have great, excellent like gameplay core mechanics that
Oh
lend
yeah.
to
Especially Monster
that
Hunter.
lend to this that sort of like model where you could yeah they could keep adding stuff to that because it's just so appealing to play those games consistently, right? Um, to just add expansion stuff to Jurassic World Evolution, it's just more bells and whistles. And it's nice because oh yeah, we like all that DLC, all that kind of I guess you could say progress made isn't lost. But the thing is, an actual sequel opens up to real improvement, not just replace models or replace skin. I'm talking about like actual like gameplay overhauls.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they could actually make better AI dinosaurs that flow better, that feel
Yeah.
more like dinosaurs, humans that act in different ways. Basically
Act human.
basically everything that we kind of been asking for. The only way to do that in a way that's any sort of organic is a proper sequel with like a new engine, a new coding, new everything. I
Yeah.
don't think just adding on to this game would make do any good. It's kind of pointless. I mean, especially just like for them business wise too. The buzz around this game, it's long gone. It was never like gonna last past like a year or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, hell, like we said in the beginning, but after a while it just gets repetitive. So it's like, uh, all the dinosaur species in the world won't really change anything. So if they if they do a sequel, they should be bringing back most, if not all, the dinosaurs.
Well, they have the
More so
assets.
than anything, you guys are right. It should be an improvement. If it's not, then it's fucking pointless.
Yeah.
So there's that too, right?
Yeah.
But at least the sequel will open that up as a possibility.
Yeah. Assuming there will be one.
Like I said, they definitely shouldn't do it. Overwatch 2 do it, which is just false advertising.
Yeah.
Bullshit. So if it's 2, it better actually be 2. Don't fucking do that.
Yeah. And this does kind of bring me to Dominion, because we know that whenever there's a new installment in this series, the game does respond with DLC. Fallen Kingdom, you have the Fallen Kingdom update. Battle Big Rock, you have the Nizutoceratops update. In terms of what they do with Dominion, I guess that depends on what is shown in the film and whether they'll do a Jurassic World Evolution 2. But yeah, I guess that's all we could say about that.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have like 15 minutes on the clock, so gonna just open the floor up to all of you in terms of what would you like to see in the game next.
Allosaurus remodel.
Also, like open discussion, like talk about anything you guys want.
I want Oviraptor and an egg stealing mechanic.
Egg stealing
I want
mechanic?
Yeah.
omnivores. Just give us dinosaurs that can eat from both feeders.
Omnivores
would be
actually
really
be
cool.
Yeah, omnivores would actually be really fucking
No.
cool.
Yeah, let the fucking Gallimimus eat from the carnivore feeder.
Okay, that might be a little too apparent. but like true omnivores, like maybe Therizinosaurus, that would be pretty interesting to
I
look
mean-
at. Like it skewering goats and then swallowing them whole. But yeah.
I was gonna say, in order to have an egg stealing mechanic, you would have to have a breeding mechanic.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was about to
It's
say.
kind of my secret thing.
I mean, hey, you're gonna get that in the aisle, so calm down.
Don't fucking no.
The aisle, Miles, the aisle.
That's another fucking podcast.
Oh, I
Screw
don't
that
think-
walking and starving game.
I don't think we could do a podcast on that without the devs getting mad at us, honestly.
So,
I don't fucking care.
Alright, fine.
What are they gonna do? Blacklist us? They're not allowed. Game gets taken off Steam.
Alright, fine. I'll podcast coming next time, boys and girls.
that sounds like, you know what that sounds like? A lot of free publicity.
What would I like to see?
What's gonna happen? All these IL players are gonna come, and what are they gonna do? Tell us we're wrong? 'Cause we're
Oh god. Alright.
Caller.
Back to Joy. I don't think I can ask for much. I guess like proper Pteranodon AI would be very welcoming. I do feel like there is room for that. Why they kept it in a loop, I have no idea. But more dynamic interactions with the Pteranodons would be nice, and a lot more Pteranodon updates with that as well. Like,
Well, that whole thing needs work, right?
yeah, like the Lost World Pteranodon, a proper Lost World Pteranodon, Jurassic World Pteranodons, and then the Dimorphodons as well.
Jurassic World Aviary, too.
Yeah. And I
mean,
guess like better interactions with our park guests.
Oh, 100%. I should have mentioned that. That's one of my biggest gripes with the game.
Yeah, make it more like J-Pog or Zoo Tycoon even.
Ooh,
Just give them
Probably more like Zoo Tycoon.
Yeah.
Tycoon 2.
Well, here's something. If we're making a park on like an island, let's just say the next game, how they're gonna do the island system, right? Just give us access to the whole island.
Yeah.
And the water
let us,
around
let us
it.
do these like multifaceted parks. You know, like imagine that you could make enclosures that are as big as the entirety of the parks right now,
Yeah.
as they
Herbivore.
probably are intended to look like from the movies
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Where they're like more mini habitats than just mere cages.
Yeah. And oh yeah, if they make like any other story DLCs similar to like the Claire Deering DLC, I hope they go the route of the Doctor Wu DLC, just implement it into the main story rather than making it its own thing.
Well, that's,
I'd like more hybrids too.
you know, I don't know. You know what's funny? That idea I just gave, that was for a sequel idea. That's more sort of a sequel thing.
Yeah.
And I mean that would like, so my bad. This is just about updates. Oh, that's the thing. That's what I was saying, right? The sequel prospects are a lot more interesting,
Yeah.
especially with the next gen consoles and stuff. Like stronger PCs, like, you know, the usual, etc., etc. So there's more opportunity for like better stuff.
Yeah.
Let the let modders do their thing. You know, give them the modding tools.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because their biggest fear of like the Hitler Rex never happened.
But here's the thing. That's what they say. Their real fear is that if people are able to mod in dinosaurs, there's less incentive to buy DLC dinosaurs.
Yeah.
True.
Well, that's 100% the real reason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember like back when the
I
modding
fucking-
was starting to.
I fucking said that on the the day that there's like, yeah, they don't want modding in the game. I fucking know why. I remember telling Raul was like, yeah, DLC for this. Why else would they not allow modding?
Yeah.
I remember when the modding started to really like kick up. There was someone made like a mod that did like alterations to like the Return to Jurassic Park T-Rex, but they included like the files from like Return to Jurassic Park, like from the actual like from like the base game, so that you could like you didn't have to buy the Return to Jurassic Park DLC. You could just install that mod, you would have it, and they were very quickly alerted.
I mean that's fair enough. I'm fine with mods needing DLCs to work.
Yeah,
I think it's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely understand why modding hasn't been implemented to begin with. So, but if somehow developers can make a balance with the modding community, that would be appreciated.
yeah, because modding.
Yeah, because I think like one of the major hindrances with modding is the fact that if you do implement something, it has to replace an existing
You can't do stuff.
an existing element in the game. Like if I wanted a terror bird, I have to get rid of one of my carnivores to have it work. So, you know,
you type 2 modding, you can just make a whole new thing, and it's in the game, and it's awesome.
Yeah, so I guess that kind of balances out a little bit because you know, you could buy the DLC and have you know your favorite dinosaurs interacting with each other rather than replacing your dinosaurs with modding.
Yeah, exactly. Like honestly, I feel like that's enough to like prevent the modding community from going too crazy because we can't actually like add new stuff.
Yeah. So, I think Frontier should at least allow that because that does kind of put a lid on, like what modders could do. But yeah. Jesus Christ, it's like 1:08 a.m. We're closing in on 2 hours now.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Podcast. So, yeah, I think now's a good time to like close this off.
Yep, fair enough.
As time as any.
So, yeah, any other closing remarks you guys wanna share before we just call this off?
No, I think we've covered everything that I want to talk about.
Good. What about you, Carlos?
Zoo Tycoon 2 is still better.
Yeah. I agree with that 110%.
Okay.
I still play Zoo Tycoon 2. It's installed on my computer.
Okay, Gen Z.
Dude, every day I go to Zoo Tycoon 2 Roundtable and see what new mods have come out.
You can have fucking mermaids in that game, man.
Yeah.
Alright, but yeah. To everyone who joined us for this podcast, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to be here when we do our Attack on Titan podcast, and expect some videos like the Godzilla tier list and some more gameplay videos. David?
Give us the JP3 Pteranodons with all the hate and spite they represent in the movie.
You cowards! But yeah, until next time, this is Repod Reptiles and Be Kings. Carlos, what was your name again?
Ultratron 563.
And Mecha Titanosaur, signing out from the Lone Colony. See you all next time. Alright, now you guys say bye.
Bye.
Alright.
I said it already and I'm not changing it.